Welcome to Westpac Quality Products and Quality Time. Today, Steve and I are going to be discussing nozzles, sometimes referred to as jets. At first glance, these nozzles can be a little bit confusing, but during this video, we hope to cover the basics of nozzles so that you can have the knowledge to use your tools more effectively. To accompany this video, you can download information about this product and about others on our website at www.westpacusa.com.
There are all sorts and sizes of nozzles. For the most part, the cleaning industry uses T-jet or V-jet nozzles. The T-jets need a holder or a filter assembly to attach to a wand. The thread size on most of these filter assemblies is 1/4 inch. V-jets have their own threads, so they can attach to the wand directly. Common thread sizes are either a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch, and they are generally screwed directly into the tool. You may have also noticed that there are numbers on your nozzles on the top part here. The numbers indicate a couple of things. The first 2 to 3 digits represent the angle, while the last 2 to 3 digits represent the capacity or the flow. The angle of T-jets and V-jets range from 15 degrees up to 110 degrees. Common capacity numbers are 01, 015, 02, and 03. Just remember that the angle numbers come first, and then the capacity numbers will always start with a 0. So you can always tell which angle and flow is on your nozzle.
The nozzle angle and flow can change dramatically. The main factors that will cause this change are either higher or lower pressure, or damaged or worn nozzles. The first factor we're going to look at is the changes in pressure.
The formula that we use to calculate difference in flow is Q over Q squared is equal to P1 over P2, both to the nth power. This is a pressure differential relationship that shows you what the flow change will be.
And we're going to let Steve worry about that calculation. For now, we're just going to use a 110-03 nozzle. So again, that's 110 degrees and 03 flow. These numbers are only true when you're using them at 40 psi. Now, how many of you guys are using 40 psi, right? So at 40 psi, this will maintain that 110 degrees and 0.3 gallons per minute. So as you crank that pressure up to 200 psi, the flow goes up to 0.67 gallons per minute, and the spray angle increases to 123 degrees. Now, if you go up even higher to 500 psi, the flow goes up to 1.1 gallons per minute, but the spray angle doesn't change much at this point. So with a relatively small increase in pressure, you're putting out over twice the amount of water into the carpet. And if you go up to 500 psi, that's almost 4 times as much water. Just for kicks, at 2000 psi, you'll be putting out 2.2 gallons per minute. And this is still with only one 110-03 nozzle. Now, most wands are using 2 or more nozzles, so let's hope that you've got the machine to get most of that water back up, or you're going to be looking at some long dry times.
The other factor we'll take into consideration is damaged or worn nozzles. The nozzle orifice or opening was machined precisely for the angle of spray and the flow that is stamped on your nozzle. The water will wear that orifice over time, and the spray pattern will change. You should generally replace your brass nozzles about every 1,000 hours of cleaning, but that might change depending on your conditions. So Craig, if you were cleaning 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, how long would your nozzles last?
Well, at that rate, that'll last about 6 months.
So as a general rule, you should check your nozzles every 6 months, and then bi-monthly after that if they were still good. If you're replacing nozzles frequently, you may consider upgrading to stainless steel nozzles. Stainless steel nozzles last longer than brass, sometimes twice as long, or up to 2,000 hours. Compare a new nozzle with some of your old ones, and you'll notice that the old ones have a bigger hole or opening and may also be deformed. Worn nozzles can put out as much as 33% more water. So instead of 1.1 gallons per minute, you'll be putting out about 1.5 gallons per minute with a single nozzle. And when your nozzles are worn, your machine may have less pressure than it used to have. Replacing nozzles will help you gain back that lost pressure.
As Steve mentioned, the nozzle orifice has been machined carefully, and you'll need to watch out for the normal wear on the orifice. In addition to the normal wear, though, sometimes your nozzles can be damaged or get clogged. It's important to take proper care when cleaning around the nozzle opening. You should never use a drill, pen, or other hard object, as it will damage the opening. We recommend using a wooden toothpick to clean those clogs out. And if you're frequently getting clogging, you might consider placing an inline filter between the valve and the quick disconnect.
Thanks for watching Quality Products and Quality Time. Take some time to inspect your nozzles, and if they're getting worn out, replace them. Make inspecting and replacing nozzles part of your maintenance routine. If you have any questions or need further assistance, we're always available to help you. Give us a call at 866-972-577.
We'll see you next time.